Hey everybody, Lisa Rowberry here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is what I like to call Wax Wednesday. So I typically tend to change my wax out of my warmers, typically on Wednesdays. There's no really rhyme or reason for it. It usually on Wednesday I tend to do it, or until the scent is no longer present. So I have had recently a couple of people ask me, when is it the right time to change out your wax? What's an easy way to change out your wax? So I decided to do this video. I have done a video like this a while back, but I figure we have some new subscribers, so let's do another video. So there are two different ways I like to change out my wax. Now, first and foremost, when is the right time? Basically, whenever the scent is no longer present and it's no longer throwing, that's when it's time to change it. So because we're not burning the wax, we're simply just warming it in our warmers. The scent is released, but the wax does not disappear. So I know with candles, we're actually burning the wax, so it tends to evaporate. That's not the case with Scentsy. Like I said, we're not burning it, we're warming it, so your wax will always stay the same level and the scent will disappear. So don't just like warm it and wait for your wax to disappear, because that's never gonna happen. So once you can't smell your wax anymore, it's time to change it. So that may vary as far as like timing goes. That's gonna vary from scent to scent. I tend to get a good solid week out of my wax if it's a decently strong wax. But I don't have my warmers on 24/7. I only have my warmers on while I'm home. So I can usually get a decent week out of it. Now for scents that aren't as strong or don't last as long, I'll get maybe 3 days out of. But for those of you who have your warmers on 24/7, you may get a good solid 3-4 days out of your wax. So, and I usually use about 2 cubes. This is a bar, actually this is a full bar. And usually I'll just put 2 cubes in each warmer. So there's that. Now let's get to changing out some wax. I have 2 different ways I really like to change out my wax. You can absolutely just wait till the wax is completely melted, dump it into a trash can, and then wipe it out. That tends to get kind of messy, so that's why I'm going to show you 2 different ways that I like to change it out. I know that some people like to take a butter knife and scoop it out. I'm just afraid that that's going to damage your dish. It also avoids your warranty if you do wind up breaking your dish. But here's a couple of easy ways. So we're going to go ahead. See back there, I've got 2 different warmers. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to change out your wax. Okay, so sorry for the kind of weird angle, and I know now we have 3 warmers here instead of 2. That's because this first way I'm going to show you how to change your wax out is kind of time sensitive. Not kind of, it is time sensitive. So I waited too long for the Rowberry warmer over here and it pulled out, so that's why I pulled this beautiful little element warmer out. So when your wax is completely solid, looks just like this in the dish, turn it on for the first time and just only turn it on for maybe about 5 minutes, just depending on what wattage your warmer is, until it's just starting to get kind of soft. So I don't know if you can see my fingerprints in there. So it's just starting to get soft, but it's not pulled out at all. So what I will do is I'll just take a little tissue here, and all you have to do is you just push on the side here, and you can see it's putting an indentation in there, but it's not messy, it's not completely liquefied, but it's pliable. So I just pull down and you can just pull it right out just like that. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in frame here. So it just pulls out just like this. There's no mess. My dish is completely clean. I have a solid little dish or a little bit of wax here, and there's no mess. So I just throw this away and I'll put my new wax in here. So I throw that away. If you want to, you can wipe out any additional residue, but as you can see, my dish was completely clean. I didn't have to worry about dumping the wax out and making a mess everywhere. I didn't have to worry about any of that. So This is the only one that's kind of time sensitive. As you can see, you just need to warm up the wax just a little bit, just enough so it's soft and pliable, and then you just scoop it out. So I love that method. That's actually my favorite method to do. But for those of you who leave your warmers on 24/7, obviously that wouldn't work for you. So I'm gonna show you the cotton ball method. So I will go ahead and show you on both of these warmers, since I obviously waited too long to do the solid method. So I always use 2 cubes of wax in my warmers. So for every cube, you need a cotton ball, plus I add in an additional cotton ball just to kind of soak it up. So I'm gonna throw these 3 cotton balls in my Rowberry warmer, and I'm gonna throw these 3 cotton balls in my Entwine warmer. While this is kind of soaking up, I'm actually gonna grab my other wax. So, and you can actually use the cotton balls as little fire starters, I've heard. I haven't personally used it as a fire starter. I've just heard that you can. I'm gonna move you up just a little bit closer. Now, this Rowberry warmer I probably should have left on a little bit longer, just because you can see it's still kind of solid around the outside here, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna push the cotton balls around a little bit, and you can see there's no mess. It has soaked up the wax just perfectly. I'm gonna set it on my little tissue here. No mess. It's amazing. I love this method. If something like this happens when I wait too long and it all liquefies. So now I will just take my tissue here and obviously just scoop out the additional. So this, I should have waited till it was completely liquefied, because this can get a little bit messy, but really it's okay. So there's that. Let me just take a little bit more here. Okay, so now it's all clean, and I can put my new wax in. And now let me show you the Entwine warmer. So this warmer was actually on for a little bit, so it was completely liquefied, so that's good. So you can see my cotton balls have completely soaked up the wax. It's not dripping anywhere, which is my favorite. So that's great. If you want to save these as fire starters, you can. I just throw mine away. So completely clean, but I just like to wipe out just in case there's any additional residue. Then it's not going to interfere with the new scent that I'm putting in here. So completely clean. I love that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw, so I think I'm upstairs. This warmer, the Rowberry warmer, actually stays downstairs. So I'm doing a different scent downstairs, but upstairs, I'm gonna do Coastal Strawberry. So now I'm all set. I have broken apart my pieces here. The Isabel warmer actually is in my bedroom next to my side of the bed on my nightstand. So I'll throw 2 cubes in there. 2 cubes of Coastal Strawberry in my Entwine warmer. And then downstairs, I'm actually going to do the Blueberry Rush. I love this scent. It's super yummy. So I'm just gonna pop this out here and then break out my 2 cubes. And now I'm ready to go. Perfect. Let me know how you guys like to change out your wax. I always like to hear different methods. I don't know very many different methods besides these 2, obviously, and pouring out the wax that's completely melted. You can just pour it out into the trash can, but that can get kind of messy, like I said. So these are a couple of easy tricks to use that are not messy and super easy to do. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.